Hello and welcome to the GitaCloud Explainer video series for SAP IBP. This is part 4 of the adjusted key figures topic, to explain how transportation planners can override transport supply from the plant. It also explains how account managers can make customer commitments different from DC supply. Please refer to the part 3 video to understand how production planners can model manufacturing or procurement constraints. Transportation planners need to be able to constrain and override transport supply from the production plant, irrespective of the downstream demand from the distribution center. This may be due to quality issues within the plant or due to upstream supplier constraints, etc. Account managers need to be able to communicate a customer delivery plan that may be different from supply constraints in the DC. We will focus back on the downstream supply chain from plant to DC and from DC to customer in this video. Plant 1010 ships to DC 3710, who then ships to customers in the EMEA region. Plant 1010 has procurement and production constraints related to the product IBP 100, as demonstrated in the Part 3 video. Buyers have been able to get IBP 103 or raw material supply constraints resolved by getting the needed supply from another supplier. However, the manufacturing constraints cannot be resolved at this point. You can see the disconnect between receipts and transport supply key figures at the Plant 1010 from week 31 to week 33. Transportation planner decides to constrain transport supply from plant to DC to reflect the production receipts constraint. Transportation planner maintains the transport supply adjusted key figure to mimic the receipts from the plant, as shown in the receipts key figure. Let's see how the planning results change post-TS supply heuristic run. Note that the adjusted transport receipts key figure from DC perspective has been automatically populated with the adjusted transport supply values from the plant. The values are shifted right by 1 week, to account for the plant to DC transportation lead time of 1 week. This communicates the constraint clearly to the DC to customer logistics team. Note that the customer supply key figure is still looking to send product per consensus demand, after accounting for the 2 weeks lead time from DC to customer. Refer to Part 1 video for added context on the DC to customer part of the supply chain. Account manager updates the customer supply adjusted key figure to make a delivery commitment to the customer. Notice the values populated in customer supply adjusted key figure are slightly different from the adjusted transport receipts key figure. This is to buy some buffer in case of further issues in the plant. See how the planning results evolve post-TS supply heuristic run. You can see that the consensus demand in week 34 to 36 is different from customer receipts. This shows how account managers can make delivery commitments, independent of the DC ability to ship to customer. In conclusion, adjusted key figures provide a user-friendly option for the transportation planners to communicate upstream production constraints to downstream DC locations. Account managers get to make delivery commitments to customers in a flexible manner irrespective of DC supply. This loose coupling across the network is very helpful to manage customer satisfaction by not sliding on commitments repeatedly, while continuing to push the upstream supply nodes to deliver product per customer request. This concludes the 4-part series on adjusted key figures. You can find Part 1, 2, and 3 of this series at GitaCloud website, www.gitacloud.com. SAP IBP has a wide range of demand or supply planning features that your planners may be interested in. GitaCloud can help you understand how IBP can model your specific planning problems and how that adds value to your planners. You can reach us with a quick email to connect@gitacloud.com. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and share if you did. Have a great week.